Well, my fellow agents, as all of you know by now, Year 6 Season 2 is right around the corner, and one of the weapons that is getting a major buff in the game is the BIGHORN. And I know for many players out there, you've been trying to get it for a very long time, so as we roll into the weekend, I wanted to share with you once again one of the most efficient ways to farm for this weapon, whether you're solo or in a group. We're going to jump right into the details, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out. And if you want to stay up to speed on all things the Division 2, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now we're going to start off with a few basics. First of all, when it comes to your targeted loot, because this item is in the legendary loot pool, you can farm for any targeted loot that you want to. So let's say, for instance, you're trying to get a good rifle for the game because of all the changes coming up in Year 6 Season 2. You can farm for rifles while you're actually trying to get the BIGHORN as well. In previous videos, I've chosen the assault rifle as my targeted loot, but I wanted to show you even if you choose something else, you can get it to drop. So for the purpose of this video, we will choose rifles, which now takes us to talking about a few more important details as we get to the farming method. First of all, you need to do this on legendary. That is the only difficulty this weapon can drop. Now, you do have the option of farming for it in the dark zone, but always remember, if you farm in the DZ, you not only need to be lucky enough to get the weapon to drop, but you also then need to extract with it. That can get sideways pretty quick, especially if you encounter a rogue agent or a group of them. That also sucks. So anyway, this is my favorite method. Now I'm going to be showing you something I have shown you previously at the channel, and that is the floor 10 farming method. And as you can see on screen, if you do this on higher floors, you will get more bosses to spawn. For me, I just like hitting up floor 10. And with that being said, we are going to cut to some gameplay footage with commentary. That way you can hear me explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it in real time. Hope this video helped you out, my friends. Please let me know of any other questions you may have. On that note, let's jump right into the footage. Alright, my fellow agents, so do me a favor, let me know in the comment section if you like my just doing commentary over the gameplay when I'm playing. Pretty sure you do, but you know, validation. Somebody love me. Alright, so you can see we're on floor 10 of the summit. Few important details. I may have mentioned this already in the the intro of this video. The most important thing about this is you cannot clear the floor entirely. Now, when you're doing this farming method, you need to make sure you're paying attention to that detail, because if you clear the floor, you're not going to be able to rinse and repeat this farm over and over, and that's the entire goal. When you're on floor 10, you're only going to face one named boss. For me, it's just much faster to do it that way. I put out videos where I farmed floor 90, and you do face 3 named bosses, but it can get sideways pretty quick. Got a lot of NPCs running around, so this is much, in my opinion, let me know your thoughts, but it's much easier. Alright, so, you can see on screen right now, name boss shows up. As soon as that happens, you just hyper focus on that enemy, right? Pardon the sloppy gameplay. What I will do in this case, I'll leave the Robo-Dog alone. That way I know at least that will be the one NPC that is still standing. So right now I'll take out people, trying to light me on fire, things like that. But again, you cannot clear the floor. I cannot stress that enough. You'll also notice that once the name boss drops the loot, we're going to pick that up, open up the map, fast travel back to the lobby, and rinse and repeat this farming method over and over again, my friends. And in my opinion, it's still one of the best ways to farm for things in the game. Especially as a solo player, it's something you can do. So here we go. We're going to take him out really quick. No way. On my first attempt. What the Wow. Okay, you can see on screen. I opened up the menu, went back to the lobby, and then you would rinse and repeat if you need to. I am very lucky, so I do not need to do this for this video. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. That's crazy. And for the record, I've been trying to make this video for a while now. This is not the first time I've tried this farm, so do not let it frustrate you. The one thing I recommend doing is only do this for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes at a time, because if you try to go longer, chances are you're going to get totally burnt out. Go for like 30 minutes to an hour. If it doesn't work, leave the game, come back. That's the other reason why you leave an NPC standing, because if you do that, every single time you come back to the summit, you will be automatically put at floor 10 once you get to the elevator. If you down your character, you will not be able to do that. You will have to get yourself back to floor 10. And as I've said previously, you can do this on any 10th floor you want, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, it does not matter. As you get to the higher floors, you will face more named enemies. I know I said that before, just wanted to reiterate. Now at this point, we're going to talk about upgrading the Bighorn, because when you get one to actually drop, it may not have the attributes you're looking for. So I'm going to walk you through the process of reconfiguring the exotic. Now, first of all, I failed to mention this a moment ago, the first thing you want to do once you get this thing to drop, open up your inventory, mark it as a favorite. That way you cannot accidentally delete it. Now at this point, we're going to go over to weapons as you can see on screen, go to exotics, and we are going to scroll down until we get to the Bighorn. Wait for it. There, no. There it is. Okay. Now we're going to select the Bighorn. Now I have a few in my inventory. So what I'm going to do is just choose one of them. Doesn't matter which one, because I want to get damage to targets out of cover as the third attribute on this thing. Now you'll notice once I select it, it says, this is marked as a favorite. Are you sure you want to use this item? The answer is yes. And once I've done that, I just verify I have all the components I need to reconfigure it. We're going to talk about reconfiguration in a moment, but as you can see, when you look at this item, no matter what, you're going to get those first two attributes. You get the assault rifle damage, you get the health damage, and you get a random bonus. Again, I'm looking for that damage to targets out of cover. Now, it could take multiple attempts to get that, which brings me to a very important detail, and that is the following. You are never creating an additional exotic. You are breaking down the old one and making a new one. But once again, to be clear, you are not creating an additional one. You can see on screen, I did get the damage to targets out of cover, which is pretty damn lucky again. Now at this point, because I just created a new Bighorn, I need to once again mark it as a favorite. That way I do not accidentally destroy it. And at this point, the only thing left to do is to optimize the weapon. So I'm going to do that right now. And that's it for the video, my fellow agents. Please let me know of any questions you have I did not address. And a few final things I want to mention as I wrap up is that you can also get this by completing legendary strongholds. For me, I've never had any luck doing that. I know a lot of people that have, so it's totally up to you. This is another option, especially as a solo player. And you can also see on screen with the next title update. It's getting a bunch of buffs, so right now is the perfect time to farm for this thing. Get it totally proficient. You'll be good to go once the new season begins. That's it for this one, my fellow agents. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time. And as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
It feels so good to sit down. My back was killing me.